this day.
Disgusting!
To this day.
He needs some.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Hi there.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Jay,
And I'm Marie.
and you're watching
Jam Sesh Live.
Jam Sesh Live.
If you press on a thumbnail, you probably know.
That's fair. But thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you enjoy our content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Recently, we just hit 360 subscribers, so thank you to all our new subscribers, whether you're watching live or in the future. We just want to thank you for your continued support. And if you're new to the channel, again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And just like the thumbnail Marie mentioned, we're going to be covering a few things tonight. First, we're going to cover updates with David's case, the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Next, I think we're going to touch on a brawl in McDonald's.
Did someone want to touch McDonald's?
No, but someone wants to touch Ice Spice in McDonald's.
Think you the shit? You not even the fuck.
I didn't know they sell spicy stuff in McDonald's.
They have hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
And then, Marie, what's the last topic we're going to cover?
Well, the last topic going to be a little bit mysterious. We have 11, but I believe now it's confirmed it's 13 missing American scientists. Wow, right? Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so we are going to touch on some, trigger warning if you are sensitive to the subject of this murder trial. Excuse me. And I would say also some CSAM material. But we are going to cover those. I believe there was a hearing today over at the court for David's trial over in LA County. And I'm going to switch over. There's a video we can watch, and then we can look through the article as well if we need to.
Sounds great.
All right. So this is from ABC7 Eyewitness News' website. And I'll start this from the beginning. I'll go ahead and turn this up.
We begin with that breaking news. David appearing in court this morning.
We learned several new details in the case of the singer accused of killing a teenager. Eyewitness News reporter Abigail Velez is live outside the downtown LA courthouse with more. Abigail?
Yeah, Philip, this morning, David sat handcuffed to a chair in an all-orange jumpsuit in front of a judge when prosecutors said they found a massive amount of child pornography on David's iPhone. And that is just one element of evidence in this case. This morning in court, prosecutors revealed that David's iPhone contained what they described a significant amount of child sexual abuse material, evidence they say will be reviewed by forensic experts. They also made...
I do want to pause it real fast. She did use the term child sexual abuse material. That's the term that I would like to use instead of the other one. But the acronym is CSAM, so we will use that term, right? CSAM?
So if you hear CSAM, that's what we meant.
Yes, thank you. And again, we are covering updates with the David murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez trial.
Clear. This is a massive case with a lot of evidence. Prosecutors say they have far more than 40 terabytes of evidence, including data from phones, computers, tablets, and iCloud, where they say David alone had about 3 terabytes stored. So far, only about 30% of all of that evidence has been turned over to the defense because of how massive the volume is. We also learned today 3 grand juries were brought together during this investigation in November, December, and February, showing how long this case has been building. Defense attorneys push to move things faster, asking for basic discovery and physical evidence only in the preliminary hearing, arguing much of it is already in prosecutors' hands. Prosecutors say they're anxious to start the preliminary hearing, and so is the Rivas Hernandez family. Now, all of this comes as today marks 1 year since Celeste Rivas Hernandez was last known to be alive before police say she went to David's rented home in the Hollywood Hills. A newly released autopsy details a violent death, saying she was stabbed multiple times, including a wound that pierced her liver, which experts say would have likely been the fatal one. The next court date is set for next Wednesday as both sides continue to work through what is now one of the largest evidence loads we've seen in a case like this. For now, reporting live at the LA County Courthouse, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Abigail.
All right. So I thought today was going to be the preliminary hearing, but with any like high profile court case like this, I think there's like a lot of hearings that lead up to the actual trial. So they presented 30% of the evidence, she said.
But right now we know that she's actually stabbed
Yeah. So
to death.
so I do have the actual coroner's report from LA County if you wanted to review that.
I mean, I don't want to, but I think we need to understand the whole scope of this case.
Got you. And just kind of going off of that before we go there, just kind of going off of what I said about like we all thought the preliminary hearing was going to be today. There's a section here in this article. Although preliminary hearing appeared on Thursday's court calendar, it didn't go forward. Instead, the matter was handled as a status conference, referred to as a 3 of 10, that sets a stage for upcoming proceedings, including the exchange of evidence. Excuse me one moment. I'm sorry, I have allergies, so bear with me, guys.
It's allergy season. It's allergy season.
Make sure you take your medicine. Don't be
Yeah.
like me.
And be careful with the type of medicine. Don't drive if you drink Benadryl.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do anything. Just go to bed. Go relax.
If you
Go
take
watch some
Benadryl
TV.
for real,
Yeah.
because Benadryl does knock you out. So, as far as his preliminary hearing, it was set for May 1st. Excuse me. It was set for Friday, May 1st. That's when the evidence and testimony will be presented to show a judge that there is enough evidence to move to trial. That hearing could still be delayed next week if either side says they're not ready or that enough discovery has not been handed over to the defense. So, in case you don't know, and I just got to say, like, first and foremost, everything we say here is alleged, referring to the crime. You are innocent, presumed innocent until proven guilty. And we're not legal experts. We're just normal people just like you.
But we watch so much Law and Order, and Jay even was in a show, so we can trust his opinion.
But thanks. But no, in all seriousness, we're just regular people just like you. So, if you're watching, whether you're watching in the future, whether you're watching now, and hey, call us out if we say something wrong.
And if you have a different opinion that like me or Jay had, you have something else to say, or you have a different opinion, or you agree with us, just let us know in the comments. We appreciate any feedback, and we want to have a discussion because this case is pretty big, honestly, and scary.
Oh, very much so. And this part of the article here, just like the video said, so far only about 30% of all evidence has been turned over to the defense. So as far as like the prosecution proving there's enough evidence to move forward, I don't think that's going to be an issue if what they're turning over is 30% of what they have, and a lot of that was CSAM. This was a closed discussion in the court, so there's no actual footage. It's just a lot of reporters kind of chiming in, just sharing this information. But just based on what I read so far, I mean, that might be enough.
I mean, the difference between charges for I don't know, the devices with a CSAM and actual murder
That's fair, yeah.
is a little bit different. So I personally want some kind of a justice for a girl,
Celeste.
for Celeste, for the girl who was young, who was, I don't want to say she was silly, but she was not ready for that kind of situation. Nobody's ready for that kind of situation, and for her parents, who's suffer a lot for all this year. Yeah, what do you have for us?
So I do have the actual, what looks to be the actual report. I tried to look on the official website, but I wasn't able to find it at the time. But I did find it through Deadline.com. This is from the County of LA Department of Medical Examiner, the death investigation summary. It's about 20 some odd pages, but we can get to the parts that give us the specific information that everyone's wondering about. And I think like a lot of news media outlets did a really good job covering it. So, but you're here watching us cover it, so we appreciate you. All right. So, according to the medical report summary, severe post-mortem changes. My assumption is that this part is just what they found. So 1 is severe post-mortem changes. 2 is 2 penetrating wounds of the torso. 1 in the right abdomen with injury to the liver, and 1 to the left chest with penetration of underlying intercostal space and cortical disruption of adjacent ribs. 3, the other findings, bilateral dismemberment of upper and lower extremities, multiple additional skin defects. And then number 4 says see separate toxicology report. I don't know if that's going to be part of this, but that's an interesting point.
So they
right
have
there,
some separate toxicology,
which would indicate if there's like any drugs
any
or
drug
alcohol
or
in their system.
anything. Yeah. Huh.
So there's a summary and opinion narrative. Per medical examiner, investigators report, this 15-year-old female, Celeste Abigail Rivas Hernandez, was found dismembered in a state of decomposition inside of a car trunk on September 8, 2025. Death was pronounced at the scene. Autopsy examination was limited by extensive post-mortem changes. There are 2 penetrating wounds of the torso with smooth edges that may represent sharp force injuries. The wound on the upper abdomen penetrates the liver, and the wound on the left chest penetrates one of the left intercostal spaces with disruption of the adjacent ribs, cortical surfaces. The left lung appears intact. The bilateral upper and lower extremities show full thickness dismemberment. Multiple other skin and soft tissue defects are present without apparent associated internal injuries. The etiology of these defects is not clearly apparent due to severe post-mortem changes.
I think it's done. We're done with this. It's they not include the toxicology in this report, right?
Let's check. So, stab wounds and dismemberment. Very obvious that
But
something was done to her.
yeah, if there is a, they trying to say before that it's, we don't know what's happened. We're not sure it's actually murder. But if there is a stab wounds, it means it's murder.
Mm-hmm. And they go into depth with this, like the exact descriptions of the injuries. Injuries being the stab wounds. I'm just using the word injuries because these are very fatal. Trying to see if the toxicology is reported on here. Bear with me. As far as like the rest of the internal organs, they seem to be intact. Stomach was empty, so there was no pills in there. It says pill fragments absent. Bear with us. Yeah, I don't think the toxicology is. Oh no, there is. So alcohol, ethanol is present. So bear with me. I got to figure out how to read this.
Yeah, we're not a doctors, not a coroners. I wanted to be once, but it's too complicated in a way to deal with cases like this, for example.
Okay, so here's the key, or the legend rather. So G is for grams, grams percent. Not detected is ND. Specimen not suitable is SNS. Presumptive positive is PP. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this. Sorry, I appreciate you guys working with us. We're trying to figure out how to read this thing. So,
You should have something present.
yeah, so benzodiazepines, benzos. I'm blanking on like a specific
Is
example.
something
What
is
a benzo
something is
is.
something sedative?
Yeah, it's for like anxiety and stuff. So it could be like Xanax or something like that, if I remember correctly. So it's PP, which is presumptive positive. Okay. Cocaine and metabolites not detected. Fentanyl not detected.
MDMA.
Methamphetamine and MDMA, presumptive positive. Opiates not detected. Psychedelics not detected. Trying to see if no. So there's not much detected other than what looks to be methamphetamine, MDA, and benzos, and then those some traces of alcohol in the liver. So I mean, all alleged, but I'm assuming it's pretty safe to say that if you're hanging with a big pop star, there's probably drugs and alcohol involved.
It's really possible.
And I mean, someone that is a terrible human being enough to have relations with a child, I don't think they would stray too far from giving drugs to a child.
That's true.
So that is what we have. There's the drawings that describe it. Just a list of the organs that they accounted for. Just some of her information as far as when they found the body. And they just kind of sign off on the work that they did.
Okay.
They describe the scene of which they found the vehicle. The location of the second story of the police garage impound lot, situated on the northwest corner of North Mansfield Avenue and Romaine Street. There are multiple miscellaneous vehicles parked throughout the lot. The decedent was lying inside the front trunk of a Tesla. So, from a distance, a black body bag was visible and exposed in the front trunk of the car. I did not observe any illicit drugs, drug paraphernalia, or alcohol used in the scene. No weapons were located during my scene examination. So I think this is from the investigator.
Okay, I will must add something. We'll take that in consideration for this case that it's year after. After she was missing, right? And she was missing the day. Like we don't know the day. There is no day when she was murdered, but she was missing, and after she was missing, she has never contact anyone and anything. Like so, we assume that when she was missing, it was the day of her murder.
Which was a year
ago. And now we're saying the weapon was used in this case probably doesn't exist anymore. What you can do for a year, like a year after? It's
Well, as soon as they found the body, they immediately went into the home that he was renting and they searched the home. And remember, only 30% of the evidence has been presented. We don't know if they're just starting off with the CSAM to show the severity and like the type of person he is, and then they're going to move on to like murder related evidence. Because I think it's really easy, like you said, to kind of prove the sexual crimes.
Yeah.
But I think we have to wait and see. Oh, obviously, we have to wait and see what they present as far as just like evidence for the murder. And they raided his home as soon as they found the body. Like it wasn't like a long wait.
You know what? The complicated situation is, he can be definitely guilty, but if police not catch him with a knife in the hand, if there's a knife with like they find the knife and there is no his fingerprints, or her blood and his fingerprints on another side. If he's not saying, "Hey, I'm actually did it," it's really complicated to prove. You can prove anything. She was in your house. She was your girlfriend. You have like complicated like you have a fight or you have a complicated relationship with a girl. There's just so much stuff you can prove, but without the fingerprints of the on the weapon, or if he just not come out and say like, yeah, I did it, in the end, it's really complicated to prove it. And I think lawyers gonna push onto it. So we just want to hope that they have some information that prove it 100%. If they find a picture during,
Well, you think it's possible that he may have documented it in some way or
someone
another?
else, it depends. Like if he wasn't alone, like people do stuff like this. Like weird people do stuff like this, and we know he's not regular person. And now we also know that he have a bunch of CSAM on his phone. I assume
Hard drive.
hard drive. Hard drive. I thought it was on the phone.
There's stuff on his phone, but they said they have 3 terabytes.
I
at
understand.
least.
I understand the celebrities consist. I don't think. I for some reason don't think it's like. I don't want to say it's not sexual. I don't think it's a sexual act with the kids. I think it's just nudes, but from the kids, because teenagers, they are pretty silly sometimes and send pictures to your idol. They think it's so cool to receive some kind of feedback, but save it. You just like delete it and block it. You just like you don't need to have any connection to it, but save it on a hard drive on the phone and have 3 terabytes of this. Man, you like maybe if they're not even prove that he's killer, they may prove that he's not good person in general and he's have a specific brain rot.
Yeah. So we'll try to stay up to date with this David story. Excuse me 1 second. We'll try to stay up to date with this David story. I think the next time that they're going to reconvene is next Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah, anything that comes up between now and then, we'll try to update. And if not, we'll update after next Wednesday. Any last thoughts on the David case before we move on? I know you had a lot to say, so.
No, I don't have any. I just hope if he's not guilty, just prove that he's not guilty. If he's actually did it, I want for he have full blown, I don't know,
Punishment.
punishment.
Yeah.
Punishment is like go to jail is not a punishment
Regardless of who did
for
it,
whatever has happened.
regardless of who did it, because everything's alleged.
Yes.
Regardless of who did it, like there definitely should be some type of justice for that
Yeah.
girl and her family.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a very sensitive subject. We appreciate you bearing with us, kind of going through that. But we started covering. We're going to continue to cover it the best we can, and we appreciate your support as we do so. So, are you ready for the next thing, Marie?
Yeah.
Well, before we continue, again, I'm Jay.
I'm Marie.
You're watching Jam Sesh Live, and if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe. We just recently grow pretty good. It was really happy moment. So if the more people subscribe, we really want to reach 500 soon.
Yeah, so we're trying to reach 500 subscribers.
Yes.
We want to get into the YouTube partnership program. We want to continue growing this channel. And yeah, we just appreciate your support. All right, so we are going to move on from the David topic. So if you're just tuning in and you're trying to catch that, you can just rewind back to the beginning or catch the live a little bit later on. We'll leave all our live streams up so you can rewatch them later. But we want to go into something kind of serious. What do you think, Marie?
I don't know what it is.
Think you the shit? You not even the fuck.
All right. So if you didn't get what that was, we are going to get into. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. God damn!
He needs some milk.
Anyway, we're gonna get into Ice Spice and her McDonald's beef.
Beef? You mean like she have a beef in her patty, right? That's what you're talking about.
Probably, but we got a TMZ article open about. So Ice Spice got into a confrontation over at a McDonald's, and got the TMZ article open. Ice Spice way more than a quarter pound of beef. Wild Mickey D's fight video. We didn't get a chance to review this video, so if it shows anything violent, we are going to switch it off, but still cover it. So sorry.
Allergy season. Don't forget to take your medicine.
Drink.
I haven't anything.
Okay. Can we take a
have
brief
something?
intermission? No, I'm done.
I will bring it.
Can I? Because I'm having a hard time talking. Just chat a little bit.
Well, we'll see what kind of beef we're gonna have today. But let us know if you like Ice Spice. I personally kind of don't care. She was like really popular. I feel like a couple years ago, and like feels like she's come from nowhere, and now we have a beef in McDonald's. What do you think about her? Do you like her songs? Do you like beef? Do you like McDonald's? Let us know in the comments.
You think you're the shit?
I think I'm not a shit. I'm the shit.
All right. To save my voice, I think I'll start off
see
with this
that?
video. Oh, our cats are kissing. Anyway, also before we continue, look at our shirts.
Check
We
it
didn't
out.
even mention our shirts.
Check it out.
Yeah, so
Check it
that's our
out.
dog Garrick. Got matching T-shirts. Now let's get into this Ice Spice fight. So this girl comes up to her and asks her if she's ready to shake ass.
You know what I heard? Do you ready? Ready for what? To take ass.
No, she says shake ass. So if you don't know much about Ice Spice,
She's shaking ass.
she do.
A lot.
So you from Cali? So go take out. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirac. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirac. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I'm from Wendy's.
She said, I'm from McDonald's. No, wait, I'm from Wendy's. Like, at this point, it seems like that girl is starting to get pretty confrontational. I guess, like, you know, we discussed this earlier, and I think she was just trying to get a moment from her. You know, like how people try to get a moment with a celebrity. Maybe trying to, like, prime her up to take a picture or something. If you take a look at the time on the top left, excuse me, If you take a moment to look
It's
at the
a
top on the top
midnight.
left, yes. So it says 0006, which military time, or I guess the rest of the world uses regular time. That's 6 minutes past midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a late night McDonald's run. She's just sitting with her friend eating McDonald's, right?
I didn't know the McDonald's work that late.
Yeah, bigger cities, the dining room does stay open a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even look like McDonald's if you look.
No, I could definitely tell. That's the decor of McDonald's.
It's not like McDonald's looks in Ukraine.
No?
No.
Do they still have like the bright colors and stuff?
No, but they look a little bit more like a restaurant, probably, I can say. These look like a diner.
Yeah. Well, that's how McDonald's look now.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay, so they obviously get into the scuffle here. I don't want to focus too much on the fight itself, so I'll try to fast forward. You can see that obviously.
Can I add something?
Oh, please do.
If just Ice Spice know how to use magic fight tricks, you take the 2 ketchups and spray in eyes.
But so far,
I don't know why I say that.
Don't worry, it's a good technique. I'm not. Hey, listen.
The worst.
Mhm.
The worst. If you have a mustard in the little packs, mustards hurts. So,
Spicy mustard.
Spicy
Or
mustard.
buffalo sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you can see, she gets up after the girl slaps her, and they get into it. She's on top of the tables chasing them, it looks like, and they're having the scuffle there. They do push her friend to the table, and her friend does walk away. Now, I've heard stuff online where people are like, oh, this is not a good friend. She didn't back her up. But if you watch the video, in my opinion, it looks like they pushed her and she hit her head on the table.
And if she have an injury, she probably feel dizzy and just like it's not the best condition you can fight. Also, does your McDonald's, American, doesn't have any security in it?
No.
Sucks.
No, I mean, McDonald's, no. Why would they have security? It's McDonald's, not the bank.
I mean, it's usually have
burgers
at
are
least
important.
one security.
No, it depends on where you are.
If the people
So,
start
like,
to doing stuff,
If you're in Philadelphia, like, yeah, your like pharmacy's gonna have a
probably
security
it's gonna
officer.
be locked under the
But
shield.
like, no, there's not usually security posted at restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just employees. So, you know what I mean? I don't think that's something that's very common unless you're kind of like in a bad
Especially,
part of
I'm just
town.
talking about at night.
Probably not. If this can happen, probably not. But yeah, they continue, and if I remember correctly, they continue outside. Ice Spice has more beef with one fan than the deli she raps about, throwing down with the woman in a Hollywood McDonald's, and the wild confrontations all on video. We've obtained security footage from the fast food joint shot early Wednesday morning, which shows Spice sitting in a booth with a pal and chatting away. A young woman jogs up to the table and starts talking to the pair, seemingly trying to get Spice's friend to slide over so she could sit with the duo. Spice and her friend aren't into it. I like how they're calling her Spice, like that's her last name. You know how like sometimes articles would be like first, like they'll say the first name, last name, and they'll continue to refer to the person as the last name. So like for example, like, and then Gonzalez went to the toilet and he sat there crying. I couldn't think of a better example. Spice and her friend aren't into it, and the rapper seems to point to the door to send her on her way. The fan doesn't take kindly to this and hits Ice Spice. Bedlam breaks out. The fan.
It's the worst fan. You're not a fan. You're a hater.
The fan's friend drags her off while Ice Spice jumps from the table to table, running after her. This is a video that the confrontation also continued outside. Of course, there's an advertisement. But we also have video from outside which shows Ice Spice picking up the phone. Which shows Ice Spice picking up a phone she found on the ground belonging to one of the peoples with the fan who accosted her, which she allegedly smashed. So she smashed one of their phones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you can see, the fight continued outside.
And the people who was actually started the fight record it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about when you do something illegal and you still recording because you dumb ass. Tell me I'm not right.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
But yeah, they continue outside, and I know like a couple people tried to break it up. But then, if I remember correctly, the boyfriend of the girl that attacked her tried to fight her as well.
Fight who? Ice Spice?
Ice Spice, yeah. So
Another not really smart person.
Ice Spice and the others argue. Curse words fly back and forth as Spice and her friend turn to go. In another clip taken while they're crossing the street, the fan throws another punch at Ice Spice, and a scuffle ensues. Ice Spice's attorney, Bradford Cohen, tells TMZ, the unprovoked attack on my client has been reported to the LAPD and will be pursuing any and all avenues to hold the perpetrators responsible for their actions, including criminally and civilly. We're also exploring holding the location responsible for their lack of appropriate security. Oh, so yeah, I guess you had a point.
And this girl probably freaking teenager. She's probably like 16.
Or even early 20s. I don't think stupidity has a specific age range. She could be a 45-year-old woman.
No, I doubt. I doubt.
She could be a
Like
70-year-old granny.
it's someone who listen her music.
Her music speaks to the people, Marie.
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
Okay.
We added fart sounds, people. We're mature.
He needs some milk.
If I have some milk,
Yeah, lactose intolerance.
So we spoke to Vaya, the woman seen hitting Ice Spice in the video, who laid out her version of events, claiming Ice Spice was very rude to her when she tried to politely show her love for the star. She says Spice called her a bitch and slapped the rapper for it. Ice Spice is usually a cool customer, but clearly she was hot in these LA streets. Honestly, before we play this girl's video, because this is the video of her telling her side of the story, I'll say this. Celebrities, like a lot of time people expect a moment with the celebrity when they see one, because they see the person that's online or on TV, just portrayed as just this like open artist that shares their life and their experiences, and they seem fun, they seem cool.
They think they know this person, but this
Right.
person doesn't know you.
Right. And they don't, like, as much as it would be nice for every celebrity to give you every moment that you ask for with them, they don't necessarily owe you that. But because of that accessibility, you know, like people just feel entitled to it.
Yep.
They don't owe you anything. All right. Let's check out.
They don't own you.
Let's check out this video.
Okay.
Well, we got to sit through an ad. Damn it.
Because they have their money and we don't.
All right, we could skip it.
Oh, that's nice.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, "Oh, I think."
All right, I just want to stop it right there.
You not even order anything. You just go to shit.
Thank you for catching that, because that's exactly the point I was gonna make. Like, we went to McDonald's to go poo.
Oh, by the way, in Ukraine, McDonald's doesn't let you do that. You need to order, and they give you a receipt, and by this receipt there is a little code, and you put the code on the toilet door. So, America, learn from Ukraine.
God damn!
Nobody's gonna shit in your McDonald's and not
I
order
think that's
anything.
Ice Spice over there. And I'm like, oh, for real? So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment.
I shit. I look at her. She looks like she want to shit, so I trying to bit a shit out of her.
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
Oh my God. Girl.
And then immediately, Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, "Why are you over here? You could leave. Bye." And I'm like, "Why are you being rude?" Pretty much. And she was
Because you
basically
come to
saying
her
like,
in the
"You
middle
could
of the
just."
night to talk about shaking ass. She don't need to shake it ass. You don't need to shake it ass when where she eats. As much as I not fan of Ice Spice, if someone comes to me and starts say like, "Hey, it's time to shake ass," and start shaking an ass in front of my food, bitch, door right there. And if someone trying to even swing on me, two mustards and eyes. So
To this day.
you abuse it, you know that?
He needs some milk.
Just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table. Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, "You don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment."
Okay, so I don't know when this video was taken. I'm gonna play it back a little bit, but she's saying she had this whole conversation.
There was 2 words.
It was like maybe like 20 seconds, not even. And she's like, "I said you didn't have to be rude. No, you didn't. You said shaking ass. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?"
She was probably drunk or something because like, oh, I seen this in her head. Maybe it's actually was the way, but in general, that wasn't. It's like when you think you dance so cool and then you watch the actual footage of you dancing, you're just like, oh, that's embarrassing. That's probably the same thing.
And I'm like, "You know what? Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from New York." So I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't care where you from." I'm like, "You in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here
Your city? You
disrespecting
have a
people. Like, if
keys?
you."
Oh my god. It's my city. It's my city.
Like she's saying she said all of this stuff, but this
No.
exchange happened way quicker than all this. Like I would understand like if it,
And
if
she
it's
don't say she's from
she
New
did-
York. She said, I'm from McDonald's.
right, exactly. Like she must have done this interview or like shared this video like way before that footage came out.
Yeah, girl.
Like she never said I'm from New York. She said
You effed up.
I'm from McDonald's. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love it. Okay. Okay, just continue. Oh my god.
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
My table. Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, "You don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment." And I'm like, "You know what? Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from New York." So I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't care where you from. I'm like, you in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, 'Oh, I'm not in the mood,' or something, right?" Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then she calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her, and then so I got escorted out to McDonald's. And then so
Why you think that if someone call you a bitch, you need to punch someone?
Cause she's in LA, cuz.
Like, if someone call you a bitch, you just say, "Oh, so you a rude person. Why I must continue conversation with you? Maybe it's just because I'm old."
You know what I would say?
What?
God damn! Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
No, seriously. All seriousness. Like, if someone call you a, take your arm away. If someone call you a bitch, and you just trying to be like you said, you trying to be polite. You come and say, "Hey, where you from?" We're not calling a bitch, and they just like, "Hey, go half away." You're just like, "Oh, so this person not I'm not a fan of this person anymore." It's just like that was super rude to your fan. You just turn around and you make this video, and then yeah, everyone gonna be on your side, and Ice Spice probably gonna be just a water spice, but
And they're gonna think she's
Disgusting!
yeah. So in this particular situation, who's guilty? Stop farting. You're abusing it so bad.
And so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car, and I hear
Escorting?
Ice
They
Spice in
just
the middle of the
punching you
street
away from
talking
there.
about some, "Where is that bitch yeah, I want to fight her with the woo woo. So I come back down the street, and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the
It's
McDonald's
too
as well,
brief
she picks up
of the
one
story.
of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like basically she was being disrespectful and rude, which is why we fought. You know, as a
Yeah, and
fan,
you start
I'm not
fighting.
expecting you
You
to be rude or
guilty.
nothing like that. I'm thinking you're gonna, you're just
It's like,
gonna,
okay,
oh, like,
pause
thank
for a
you.
second. If there is some homeless dude, probably drunk or on drugs, calling you bitch, you just like, what did you say? I'm from LA. Boom.
No, I'd be like,
Daddy, chill.
Yeah, right? No, it's just like you're not doing that. Like that's the behavior of the child. Someone call you stupid and you punch them. Adult people don't do that.
uh, I wasn't gonna press anything. I promise.
I don't trust you anymore.
Continue the video.
Thank you for supporting me, this and that, but she had a different attitude towards me, you know. With Ice Spice, I have no like longer beef with her. Like I never had beef with her, nothing. But she lost the fan. I can't listen to her the same anymore. Like it's just now I know that you're like disrespectful and all of that. I just can't support her no more, you know.
You know, I'm recording myself from the bottom. You know,
Yeah, so
you
I
know.
think it's safe to say that her recounting of the events aren't totally accurate. Yeah, just a bunch of bull. But I'm just gonna go back to the point I made earlier. Like these fans, I'm sorry, these artists, celebrities, they don't know you. They don't owe you anything.
Even if you think you know them.
You can try to like have a moment with them. You could say hi, I love your work, whatever. Try to talk to them. But if they're not in the mood, like they're people too. Like they might be rich people and they might have access to resources that you never will, but they're people too.
Just respect it. Just respect their personal space. If they want to do, if they want to make a picture with you, and like if you already say something weird and they just like you just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be, just make the photo, and just like, I'm a big fan of yours. You can be polite to people. That can change a lot. And if you being polite and someone be rude to you, you can say, "Oh well, they lose the fan. I'm not gonna support person who disrespectful." But if someone respectfully say, "Hey, I'm not gonna give you pictures. I'm just sitting here and eating. Please, I really appreciate your support or whatever. Just let me be here by myself."
Yeah.
And you start beating their face. Oh, okay.
Brother, what's that?
Sorry.
So yeah, no, girl definitely not on the right.
No.
And I Spice, unfortunately, on the right. If someone punch your friend, yeah, I probably punch you if you punch my friend. I probably find the spiciest sauce and squeeze it into your eyes. So just don't punch my friends. Never. I know you're not gonna. I'm threatening those who actually can. And I don't have friends. No, I do have.
Yeah. So other than the lawyer's statement, there's no other updates to it.
And I think it's right. She was probably advised not to talk about
Right.
that.
And it's always good when you listen to your lawyers because I know some people will just get back on the phone and be like, "No, f this."
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
But I mean, any last thoughts on the Ice Spice story, Marie?
I have only one.
What's that?
I hope we go to the court.
I don't think they will. I think this will probably, if I'm gonna make an estimate, she'll probably just move on from this. Like, maybe she'll end up even buying them a cell phone just because, like, I mean,
I doubt.
you think this is gonna go all the way? I mean, the lawyer said we're gonna see what we can do with the LAPD press charges, criminally,
I
civilly.
think maximum what they can do is they probably gonna have some kind of a fine and a public apologies.
I could see that happening. Yeah.
Nothing. I don't think I Spy is gonna buy the phone after she was punched. Like,
No, that's true. I guess.
why I must spend money? You come to me in the middle of the night from nowhere. I told you I don't want to do anything. I ask you to leave, and you just punch me, and you start fight. And this actually on the footage. So it's not like I say, you say, or she say, he say, she say, she say. No, it's right there. No, I'm not. I don't give you anything.
To this day.
What is your thoughts?
I think that girl's action.
Disgusting!
I don't think fighting's right, but she was literally sitting down in a corner,
Yeah.
and that girl or woman or whatever she was standing over her. And I think if anyone's like aggressively asking you where you from, like that's not something that you should probably just like
Continue
take
discussing.
take lightly, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't react until she was hit. Like the fact that the security footage is out, I think really dispels what she says as far as like, oh, I just came up to her and just said like, you're so cool. I want to compliment you. Like, no, she came up to her and she's like, you ready to shake ass? Like, what? Like, even if that's like my art and that's what I do and I dance like that to my
Right now,
music.
I'm sitting here
Yeah,
and
she's
eating.
sitting in her sweatpants, eating a Big Mac and like some French fries and slamming a Coke Zero probably. Like that.
Because calories.
Like what?
I'm sorry.
And honestly, like someone that goes to a restaurant to use the bathroom without buying food, I'm assuming she didn't buy food.
I assume it too.
I just say,
Boo. Everyone?
Disgusting!
No, just bless you. Bless you. Bless you, honey.
my allergies are killing me tonight.
My
I'm so sorry.
allergies is killing me.
Keep it going.
And now I must continue live stream. Sorry for my voice. Sorry. I'm not a Britney Spears. So far, not Britney Spears. I'm so far from Britney Spears.
No, I think you're better than Britney Spears.
To this day.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so you want to move on from this topic?
Yes.
All right, and in case you're just tuning in, I'm Jay.
And I'm Marie.
And I have bad allergies.
And we need more subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe if you're still not subscribed. Like our video, you can go check more of our videos. We have a bunch of cool stuff, and thank you.
Now, can you do me a favor? I do have to step aside because my nose is killing me. Can you just introduce the next topic, please?
Why you do this for me?
Because you're beautiful.
And you're a liar. So yeah, straight to the next topic. I hope you can hear me. I don't know if you heard about that, but kind of recently it's became really public. I didn't hear anything about that before, but kind of recently there's information that 11 scientists was or missing or died in like weird circumstances. And they all work on a government, how I understand that we're gonna figure it out together, because I have some information prepared to figure it out what this case about. But during me looking into the news articles, the TikToks, of course, we love TikToks, I find more information that it's already 12 and now it's 13 people was missing. And what we have is American scientists who work on a really specific fields, like the space, time, nuclear weapons, nuclear protection, like all of this really interesting and dangerous stuff. And interesting why it became so big right now, because it's I thought it happens at the same time. It doesn't happen at the same time. It happens in the scope of like couple years, but the way how they disappear, they just vanished, or like the way how they died, it was like, oh, internal organs exploded.
Wait, what?
Disgusting!
It's not disgusting. It's more, you know, and
If their organs exploded, they might.
He needs some milk!
no, I think milk doesn't help them.
Okay. Anyway, let's continue on with this very serious subject. From Live Now Fox News Channel on YouTube, we have some coverage on this.
Thanks for staying with us here at Live Now from Fox. Turning our attention now to a story that we are following closely, and it's making national headlines right now. The Trump administration has directed federal agencies to investigate whether a series of deaths and disappearances among scientists with high-level security clearances are linked. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed the probe following reports that 11 individuals tied to sensitive military, nuclear, and aerospace research have been affected. A lot to discuss, so joining us next onto the program is Randy Sutton. He is a retired Las Vegas police lieutenant and also founder of the Wounded Blue. Randy, good morning.
So I didn't realize how far to the top this seems to be going, because the president is instructing
To investigate if they're connected.
right, and they're saying they have like connections to like nuclear programs and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe they have like something with the space and the nuclear weapons and the nuclear power in general,
Mm-hmm.
and they all work on a government.
Yeah. And what I'll say real quick before we continue, if you're just tuning in, earlier we briefly covered the David trial and the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
So if you want to watch that, you can just scroll a little bit.
Rewind to the beginning or catch the live stream later on. We leave it up. And we also covered the Ice Spice fight at Mickey D's. You can rewind.
Beef from McDonald's.
Beef, it's what's for dinner, at least over there. But yeah, those two subjects we already covered. So if you're just tuning in for one of those, you can always rewind or catch the live stream later. We always leave them up for you guys to watch. And if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're at 360 subscribers now.
Thank you.
And we're trying to get to 500. That's our next goal. Yes. And if you can, and if you like what we do, please support. Let's go ahead and continue with this weird-ass scientist story.
Morning.
Good morning.
So, Randy, we were talking a little bit behind the scenes here. This story, quite fascinating. A lot of people are focused on this. I need to hear your thoughts, though. 11 scientists working on high-level research with high-level clearance. What sticks out to you now that you know that the White House is launching an official probe?
You know, this is a really interesting situation. I don't believe we've seen this quite literally ever before. You know, what began as some internet chatter has now developed into a full-blown investigation by some of the largest federal agencies in the country. We're talking about the FBI will be taking the lead, as it should. But other agencies will be involved, Department of Defense, there will be the Department of Energy. Any federal agency that has lost someone or that someone has been connected to that has either been deceased. There are some that have been unsolved murders. Others have been tragic accidents that may or may not be accidents. And so they're going to be looking for any connection. And this is a big investigation. There's a lot of work to be done here and will require a lot of resources. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, over the time period that we're talking about, people will die. That's the natural way of things. And we don't want to be paranoid here, but it is, as a law enforcement professional, we really don't believe in coincidences. So this is something that needs to be looked at, and that means a fresh set of eyes on all these investigations.
So I feel like I might have, because I know you brought this up with me yesterday, and I feel like I might have heard some stuff like internet stuff, like he said, it was like internet chatter. and now it's being brought all the way to the top from the White House. Like, we need to investigate this. Do we think that the administration feels like there's really the connection that we absolutely need to look into this, or is this just them feeding into like what the internet has been talking about?
I think it's really important because people who actually work and moving country in like a progress wise forward start dying or missing, or like, and it's like, it's not like a regular deaths. It's like really like confusing, and anything could happen. But when it's like every like couple months someone died, and those people work on a really high security,
Although they have a high level of security clearance,
yes,
working
so
on very sensitive
that
things.
way we lose brain, if we can say like this, brain of the country. And little twist, some people connected this to a Netflix show.
Are we there yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
but just listen till the end.
Up a social media post courtesy of Fox News. It includes a map of the last known locations of all of those scientists. House Oversight Chair James Comer telling Fox also there's a high possibility that something sinister is taking place here. So, I mean, when we look at this map, and we're going to bring it up here full, Randy, and we see that this has taken place across the country, there's not really a central location here that would offer that, I guess, really secure link that is possibly what's being looked at here. As we follow this investigation, what sticks out to you possibly from the dates, the locations?
Well, the randomness.
I think that is a good question because, like, looking at this map, it's like, yeah, it is pretty spread across the country. But I'm sure he's going to answer that, and I'm trying not to cheat and look at the transcript. But I'm wondering, like, with these locations, like, are they near any like specific military bases or like any type of places like that they would be working? And then the other side of it too is like, why would they be targeted to be killed?
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't they be targeted for interrogation, abducted? Like, according to this, they're finding bodies, right? It's not like people would just straight up
There's some people missing.
just straight up disappear.
Just disappear.
Okay. Oh, I see the color code here. So it looks like there's 2 people missing according to this map.
4.
Is that 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and continue. Sorry for cutting that off, but I just
No,
wanted
you're
to
good.
insert that bit of perspective.
Here is what really sticks out to me. And if you look at a large scale investigation, let's look at serial killers. How some serial killers literally have been able to go for decades without being discovered because of different locations. When you have different jurisdictions doing investigations, very often these investigations don't cross-reference because these agencies aren't talking to each other. And in a situation like this, where you have multiple agencies in multiple locations all over the country, to put a pattern together is really, really challenging. So this is going to be a very challenging investigation for the FBI and these other agencies.
When we also talk about the 11 scientists that we're discussing here, you mentioned something right off the top, which is that some of them are dead at this time, as some were killed. Others are missing. What's the purpose of linking missing person cases with also deceased cases? What are these initial, I guess, links that would have investigators say all of this needs to be looked at together instead of separately?
Well, shout out to you, Carol, because that is a very good question. Why would you link these deaths that may be accidental, maybe not accidental, with these missing persons? Without looking ahead, if I were to guess, and maybe I think you've seen this video already, so you can let me know if I'm right or wrong, but it's like the nature of what they're working on is what links them together.
Yes. One of those, yeah.
Okay. Anything to say before we continue?
No, just continue.
Okay.
Well, when you're talking about investigations of this nature, victimology is critical. That is, when I say victimology, that means that the investigators will have to go through the backgrounds of every single one of these. When I say go through the backgrounds, I don't mean do a cursory background check. I mean they have to dive deep into the past of all of these individuals and try to determine, is there a link between them? Did they all work on one project together? What possible a connection could there be to all of these men and women? And that's going to be a critical component to this investigation.
We were just showcasing there some of the photos of those scientists that are coming here into question. We had mentioned that they have a high security clearance, Randy. What does that mean initially? And also, when someone is issued a high security clearance, for example, what kind of security measures are taken, if any, to try to protect such individuals that know highly sensitive information?
Well, in reality, unless they are in really, really super secret stuff, there is nothing to provide security for them. Many of these people, remember, they were no longer employed. They're retired people. So they would no longer be working actively, and of course that throws another wrench into this investigation.
So if they're retired,
Some of them, for some reason, he said all of them.
yeah, he said all of them were retired, or no? That's
No.
what he said.
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
Some of them, some of them were just being pretty old, and they was retired, and some of them pretty young and still working on a different projects. I don't know, but the first lady that we seen, Amy Eskridge, she's still working.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I'll say is, like, as far as like the point of like people with high security clearances and like the kind of protections that are put into place, like as someone that was in the military, like, and I had a higher level of security clearance, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have all this high security knowledge. A lot of the times, like, these higher clearances allow you to work in a space that higher clearances take place in. Hold on one second. I see a chat. Yes, you're covering the scientists. What's up, Eddie? How you doing, man? Some wild theories I hear. One of the interesting to me is the theory that the scientists were forced into data centers. Amy was working on a book or something. That was Eddie Gemini. Shout out to you, man, Eddie.Gemini. Okay, that's interesting. And I know Marie has some stuff on Amy that we're going to pull up in a little bit. You think, does it mention any of what he says about the book?
I don't remember, honestly.
But
There was so much information, honestly.
Do you want to just like jump to that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's jump to that real fast.
This video is pretty long, and it's because it's news.
Fair enough. But like the point that I was trying to make with the security clearance, like a security clearance doesn't necessarily mean you have knowledge of everything that happens. Like for me, like I worked on equipment in those spaces. I didn't operate, so I didn't have that information.
But if they are scientists,
If they're scientists, sure.
they have, even if they not particularly work on something specific, they can hear something or know something or like have some information that maybe someone don't want for them to have.
So these guys weren't like high clearance janitors.
Yeah, no.
All right. Oh man. Anyway, just if you're just tuning in, I'm Jay.
And I'm Marie.
And you're watching Jam Sesh Live. And Marie found this video on Amy Eskridge, one of these scientists that were mentioned. Let me bring him back a little bit. And
yesterday, I told you about 10 scientists that were either all dead or missing, right? And they're all connected to space-time manipulation technology. There's an 11th. Her name was Amy Eskridge. She was 34 years old, and she lived in Huntsville, Alabama, which is quite literally NASA's backyard. I was just there.
So definitely not a retirement age.
No.
Because if that's the case, I'm old as hell.
By the way, I must... God damn! I must add something. I don't find that video I seen accidentally. And because I'm not take this topic yet, I'm not like save it. There was a video with her and she's work on a computer. And she started talking about like, I don't feel well, my arms. Like her like she showed her arms on the camera and her arms was red. Just so red. And she said, like, I have this issue. And then she said, like, she covered the windows with like a bookshelves, and this pass, like it became much better.
You think she was being hit with a death ray?
She thought that they used something. Maybe she was
Havana syndrome, I think it's called.
I don't know, but at the same time it's like how it's impossible in our world to threat or trying to kill someone if someone really rich wanted to.
Anyways, both of her parents worked for NASA. Her father was a plasma physicist, and Amy, she was researching gravity modification, which sounds like science fiction until you remember that gravity is space-time, right? Einstein proved that. If you can modify gravity, you are bending space-time itself. That's not fringe, people. That is physics, right? She founded something called the Institute for Exotic Science, specifically to bring this research public. And she said, and I quote, "If you stick your neck out in public, at least someone notices. If you stick your head out in private, they will bury you." She said that in 2020. 2 years later, she was dead. Official ruling was a self-inflicted gunshot, right? No police report released, no autopsy.
Self-inflicted to the back of the head, or was it?
Don't. Just don't.
All right. I do want some more details about that. Eddie wrote LMA and I'm wondering if it's like to this.
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
Let us know. Let us know what you're referring to with that. And yes, it's a yes in reference to the research that she was doing, because you mentioned something about a book. And what was the type of the gravity manipulation or something? That does sound like science fiction stuff, but let's continue.
It's just the physics.
Findings made public. Then a retired UK intelligence officer investigated her case and submitted his findings to U.S. Congress, right? His conclusion, it was not a sewer slide. He documented multiple attacks against her, including someone using a DEW against her, which is a direct energy weapon, and it left burns across her entire body. FBI initially showed interest, and then they dropped it. The Institute of Exotic Science dissolved shortly after her death. The website went dark. The research, it's gone. 10 scientists that I showed you yesterday, all connected to the technology that could change how we move through space. And now, number 11, the woman who was working on the foundational physics underneath all of it. She told us exactly what would happen to her, and nobody listened. So who's next? Yesterday, I told you about 10 scientists.
Interesting.
And I see her video with her body like being super red. And so she's documented it.
Gotcha. So she was saying that what exactly, that these scientists are linked with ways to travel through space?
Not like the space itself.
Eddie did respond. LOL, I was laughing at something you said. And I said yes to the death rays being a thing. There's emails of her talking about her fearing for her life because of money. Okay.
There's so much. It feels like again, when something like this happens, we see only top of it. There is a much more. It's like an iceberg. We have this, and there's like a huge melting inside that we don't see.
Now, what do you want to get into next, as far as just like you have a bunch of videos here related to the subject?
Honestly, there was a mix because we start talking about that. Let's go. I mentioned Three Body Problem, the Netflix show.
Have you seen that show?
Yes.
So
It's
can
a
you
great
just tell me
show.
what the show is about, just briefly, because I haven't seen it.
It's about aliens and the scientists, and aliens have a problem. They have 3 sons. 3 sons. And because of this, they can grow society, because every time all their society died. You will hear that right
Do they
here in this
recap the
video.
story in this?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
The main thing, but
Okay.
they have like a bunch of scientists who was invited to fix this problem.
And you think they're saying, making the connection between the story of
When
this
I
fictional
hear
piece
this video, I'm just like, I don't think it's aliens, but something in this really speaks, like, it's like exactly like in a, like, not exactly, oh, it's exactly like in a movie. No, it's feels ridiculous like in a movie.
Got it.
Body problem in relation to the 11 missing scientists, let me break it down for you. In the show, it's not the what's happening to the scientists, it's the why. If you don't know, the string of 11 missing individuals, which is now being investigated by the White House, all of these people are connected in some way, shape, or form by their roles in top secret US nuclear, aerospace, and defense programs, and some are even involved in UAP-related research. Now, in the show, the WOW signal is intercepted in the United States and China. If you didn't know, the WOW signal is a real signal that was intercepted in Ohio in 1977. It's a 72-second signal, and to this day, no one definitively knows where it came from. In China, it's intercepted by the character Ye with a warning that says, "Do not answer this or we will come to your planet and conquer it." Well, due to a series of events, Ye doesn't believe that humanity can even save itself, and she invites them to come and even says she will help them. The Santi have a three-body problem. You know who doesn't have a three-body problem?
Aliens.
Earth. They have 3 suns, which makes their planet's gravitational pull chaotic and unpredictable. So they have to keep starting over every so many years when their civilization is wiped out. Now, she's handing out these VR headsets to the scientists like candy. Now, these VR headsets are actually from the Santi, and the game that they're playing is actually a recruitment process. Now, the scientists in the game are dropped into a real human historical setting like the Shang Dynasty, but what they don't know is this actually represents the Santi's home planet, and those of the scientists in the game that can figure out the 3-body problem get to progress through the game. And then, in the game, they show their civilization repeatedly being destroyed to also help build sympathy so that these scientists will actually want to help them. And those that don't agree to help them basically get taken care of. But there are a string of scientists in the show who are unaliving themselves because the Santi have proton-sized supercomputers called sophons. These sophons can make the scientists see things that aren't actually there by going in and out of their retinas, like this countdown clock. The scientist working on the nanotechnology sees this countdown clock, and she thinks if she doesn't stop her work before it hits 0, something terrible is going to happen. And the sophons start sabotaging the scientists' computers, and they think that their results are chaotic and erratic and don't make sense, and their life work has gone to crap, which drives them insane and also to unaliving. Their goal is to kill our science, but why? Because they have a 3-body problem their planet has to keep starting over. And even though their technology is more advanced than our technology, because they have to keep starting over, their technology is doing this, where they realized here on Earth, our technology is advancing very rapidly, and they know that if it takes them 400 years to get to Earth, our technology will surpass their technology. But if they get rid of all our scientists and top minds, that's not going to happen. Why is everyone talking about the show?
Okay, I don't really see the connection here. I mean, I think
I
that's a little bit of a stretch.
And I will say, where's the connection?
Okay.
We all country fight between each other who's have more progress.
Okay.
And
Like
it's
the Cold War.
It's have sense to destroy other country progress to or take their knowledge, destroy the scientists, take their knowledge and present it as yours.
Okay.
Because like it's great thing that people trying to open up, or someone like religious people sometimes they really against, not every time, sometimes they really against science, and they don't want anything like this being open, or anything can prove that their gods doesn't exist, and they trying to stop it. It feels like, for me, someone trying to stop progress. It's not like serial killer who just like to kill
Right. No.
scientists.
Sure. And my initial impression was that it was a government entity taking out and tying up loose ends. Not necessarily like a foreign adversary or someone that wants to quote unquote stop progress.
But why country want to do that?
So they won't reveal secrets to the public that might cause civil unrest. Why would any government want to take anybody out?
Listen, if the one person come out and say this and this and this, government can say, oh, they just crazy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But day after day, like year after year, killing different people to destroy, to stop them to talk about whatever they know.
Mhm.
It's kind of weird. I don't know if America have a history of doing that before, because I'm sure there's it's not the first time there was like something was open or created or invented or anything, or like someone really close to.
Some might argue that the U.S. government has tried to take people out before, or has successfully taken people out, but we're not wearing those conspiracy hats right now.
We don't have a foil. We don't have enough foil.
No, we need to actually get foil.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
I think we have some, but it's gonna be not enough for foil hats for both of us.
Fair enough.
Just for me.
Excuse me 1 second.
And it feels like it's more and more people started disappearing or weirdly dying. We will see if it's gonna go in progress. It's became more and more weird. There's more and more
Right.
people.
But I'm just trying to think of like a more grounded, like a more grounded theory.
You're probably right. You're probably right. They just have some information that government
Right.
don't want to reveal, and they just clean it up after. So why Donald Trump then trying to start really, I will say, expansive investigation?
Red herring.
What does it mean?
Just you do one thing to distract from another. So like,
Okay, that have sense too. Yeah.
if it was, and like everything's all alleged, like we don't know anyone's intentions, but like if like for example this Amy Eskridge woman wanted to like expose the kind of work that she's been doing, but feels like she's been being hit by these like energy weapons, and like there are people watching her and she's having money troubles and stuff like that. Like, to me, that's more indicative of, if I'm going to put on a certain conspiracy hat, that the government's trying to silence those certain people from revealing secrets that can cause any type of unrest or whatever. Now, as far as like starting an investigation, it's a way to distract from the fact that you're really trying to hide something. Like, you could just say you're starting an investigation, lead people on trails that have no endings, and then nothing really gets discovered. And it's like, well, we try to investigate.
I think it's kind of like, I understand what people don't want to reveal some information. People, I mean government, they want to reveal some information, but killing scientists who actually do some work and have some research and have some progress in their work, kill them, destroy their work, it doesn't help world to grow.
Well, maybe that's not their concern. Maybe these secrets are so valuable that they can't be revealed.
Okay, but okay.
Like I said, that'll be my grounded.
I'm just thinking about like, okay, you can do something new, something profound, right? With those this information, those I don't know, science works that they had, and you just stop that. Like, instead of actually pursue to take those people and work with that, you kill them.
Right, but what if they discovered something in that pursuit of what you're saying, that if they reveal it, could reveal government secrets, could expose lies, could put people in danger?
That way, a government steps in, because if a government smart enough to, I mean, a killing is a dumb way to fix the problem. It's like you say, if someone call you a bitch and you punch them in the face.
At a McDonald's.
It's a dumb way to fix the problem.
But it's the best way to silence somebody.
It's easy way. It's easy and stupid way to fix the problem. You can just talk. You can communicate. You can work. You can put the money into this. You can.
Right, but maybe that's why they, like, so for example, that Amy Eskridge video, they said all the research she was doing, the websites, it's all taken down.
Yeah.
It's all, maybe they don't want to pursue that further because they expose something.
Exactly.
So why pursue it, and then why let these people talk?
I'm talking about, it's a dumb way to just kill those people and delete their work, destroy their work, because
I think that's the best way if you want to keep a secret.
We are, as a society, We are the society. We have a scientist. We have a people who is actually smarter than our government. They are smarter. They can do stuff.
You don't think that's a problem?
It's a three-body problem.
It's a 13 body problem apparently, because this video came out 6 hours ago.
Like seriously, I don't feel like killing. Violence never fixed the problem.
Right, but that's
now people gonna look at government like on assholes.
but it wouldn't be the first time that this happened. That people violently got silenced, and then people look at the government like WTF, LOL.
And now you want for people pay huge amount of money to have education, huge amount of money to actually and time, don't forget that, to actually start some process of science work, and then you kill them because they are figured out something.
So
you.
this video is NASA nuclear engineer found dead in burned Tesla after vanishing from his Alabama home last year. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna listen. I just gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back.
It's going to blow your mind. The 13th scientist, number 13, NASA nuclear engineer, found burned in Tesla after vanishing from his Alabama home last year. I just reported number 12 yesterday, and I'm reporting number 13 today. 29-year-old Joshua LeBlanc was not just any NASA engineer. He worked on nuclear propulsion systems, one of the most sensitive areas in aerospace. His body burned beyond recognition, and police confirmed his identity 3 days later after the body was transported to the Alabama Department of Forensic Science. And at the time, his family said they feared he had been abducted and that he had left his phone and wallet in his home at the time of the disappearance. Why are all these scientists leaving their phones behind when they leave? So since he didn't have his phone, police tracked LeBlanc down using data from his Tesla Sentry mode and found that his vehicle sat at the airport in Huntsville for hours on the morning of his passing. His family said his trip west was not part of his plan for the day, and that uncharacteristically he was not communicating with them. A LinkedIn page for LeBlanc says he worked at NASA for about 5.5 years and that he was a team lead for NASA's space nuclear propulsion instrumentation and control maturation. NASA SNP technology, quote, would enable faster and more robust transportation for crew and cargo missions to Mars and science missions to the outer solar system, according to the government's agency website. When this happens to someone of this level of clearance, you don't just call it a mystery and move on, especially when several other individuals tied to aerospace, defense, and nuclear-related work have either passed or disappeared. It's going to blow your mind. The 13th scientist, number 13.
So yeah, just kind of going back to the whole everyone here having these high levels of clearances. Like it's too much of a coincidence, and like I said, I mean, why would you? I get your point. Like, why would you want to silence somebody? You know what I mean? That seems to be making this progress. But I mean, what do you think about this 13th one?
I don't even know what you think. What do you think?
I just said what I thought. It's just too much to be a coincidence. Now, like I'm trying to think of like a more grounded instead of a more fantastical explanation, just to kind of play both sides here. But what would be worth silencing somebody that they discovered? I guess like I can't even think of like a really grounded thing. Like I don't know, did they discover aliens and all this?
I mean, apparently there was aliens there for a long time. No, I think like if we're talking about government trying to silence people, there was a two options.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they totally destroy their work.
Of course not.
I think that their work was taken and given to other people to continue.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who don't want go to public and share this information. So they probably have some information that they don't want to share yet, or they don't want to share to the public in general. They want to share it in there's little circles, whatever, NASA, whatever they do. They have so much information that they not share with us because, or they not ready for sharing it. They not absolutely sure that works, or like you said, they may be afraid. You said that, or I just thought about that. They're afraid that whatever information they have can really scare people
Right.
because we don't know what they have. They may have like we live in a matrix and boom, everyone lose their mind. Government doesn't exist anymore because if we live in matrix, what's the point to do anything? We're just how it goes. There's a little toys that just like, how you doing? Okay.
Well, if you ask
NPCs.
Yeah. I used to be an adventurer like you, but I took an arrow to the knee. A little bit of Skyrim reference for you guys. But if you ask Andrew Tate, he'll already say that we live in the Matrix.
Disgusting!
I mean, it's scary because now what now? All the scientists need to stop their work, start to afraid. It's gonna work as a scare tactic. That someone who actually not working on a government anymore, but they have this knowledge or some knowledge, or actually work on a government and have self knowledge for them to shut up and not talking, never, because that's what can happen to you if you're gonna talk.
So, you know what? As we were talking about this, and this is like an 11-minute clip from a podcast. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but it did make me think. I think I saw this before, kind of talking about what you're talking about. Let me see something. Are you interested in watching this?
Just depends what it is.
Let's see. It's a little loud, so let me lower it. Yeah, so this is from the Tim Dillon show. And he kind of touches on this. I remember seeing this like a few weeks ago, actually. And he touches on like these scientists that are disappearing. And I mean, he's a comedian, so he has his takes. Let's see.
Another woman tied to U.S. scientific secrets vanishes. Who's this chick? Melissa Cassius has not been seen since June 26. She was an administrative assistant at Los Alamos National Laboratory. Her disappearance takes the number of people from the scientific community potentially holding highly sensitive secrets who've gone missing or died since June to 6. Both women had worked at facilities with ties to retired Air Force General Neil McCassius. So I don't know. Right. So while her husband and daughter have previously suspected that Cassius left over personal and financial struggles, former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker told the Daily Mail he is concerned her disappearance is part of a much larger pattern. So that's the other thing. We don't know if these people are getting out of Dodge because they have problems in their personal life. Missing woman's devices found wiped and abandoned. When the Cassius family returned home, they found that only her work and personal phones had been left behind and wiped clean after somebody performed a factory reset.
So, yeah, that's another thing. With that 13th guy, the phone went missing.
He wasn't missing. He just left the phone. He's not
Oh,
taking
I'm
the
sorry, I
phone
got that wrong,
or
yeah.
wallet. He leave it at home, and his car, like, I don't know. It's just so weird. I understand if it happens once or twice. You can say like it's coincidence.
Right. But it's a lot of
Multiple
people,
times.
like, a few people, like, took their own lives, right?
They are die in a really accidents that kind of complicated to say. This last 13th person was burned alive until unrecognizable in his Tesla. And I like the idea of financial struggle. They trying to do financial struggle.
Which is a common reason why people would either run away from their current lives or take their own lives.
And now what we see, we have scientists who work with the government And for some reason, they have financial struggle in a moment they or wanted to leave or wanted to talk, or like it feels like it was made on purpose. Like people who's hungry, it is easy to have a dialogue with them with holding a piece of sausage in front of them. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
What do you want to press?
Disgusting!
Not that sausage. But maybe that sausage too. It depends. But yeah, it's much easier to talk with someone who struggle right now, financially, physically. It depends. The Emmy girl, the scientist,
Amy Eskridge.
they apparently destroyed her health. You know what I mean? It's like she's a struggle with finance for some reason, and then also physically. You know what I mean? It's just way to silence people. It feels like. Oh, that's video that I seen. I think
Can we
so.
check it out? It's
Yeah,
just,
sure.
Amy Eskridge, cause of death explained. Anti-gravity researchers' final message raises questions.
I think it's the video. Maybe I'm wrong.
But yeah, let's check it out.
My ex-boyfriend and I realized that people had been breaking. My ex-boyfriend and I realized that people had been breaking into our apartment while we were gone together in the same vehicle. And so, like, I'm in the apartment, I'm about to go to work, and I'm like, why don't you take out the trash and scope out the parking lot and make sure it's okay before I go to work? So he goes out there and he's like, there's this weird fucking Lexus. It's like a silver Lexus. This is a shitty apartment. Like, why is there really nice Lexus in the parking lot? And it has tinted windows that are not street legal. Like, just totally dark, totally black tinted windows that are not possibly street legal. And so he comes back in and we're standing in our bedroom window looking at the Lexus and talking about it.
That video.
And I say out loud, maybe we should walk over there later and take a picture of the license plate, because the Lexus is across the parking lot from us, but it's backed in, so you can't see the license plate. Within 2 minutes of me saying, hey, we should walk over there later and take a picture of the license plate, we were still standing there at the window looking at it, talking about it. And an Eastern European looking motherfucker with a black beanie, dressed all in black, in his 50s or 60s, walked out of the apartment directly across from ours holding a license plate. And he opened the trunk of the Lexus and he took out some tools and he changed the license plate right in front of our fucking faces. And then he walked back to his apartment and he put the old license plate on the front patio and went inside, left it outside. And it was literally like, come get the license plate. I have more. Where this came from. Come get the license plate. And then after that, the Lexus started tailing me. And every time I saw the Lexus, it had a different license plate. It would be like Alabama plates, a different state plate. It would be random dealer plates, none of which were local. Just like cardboard temporary dealer plates, none of which were any local dealers. Every time I saw it, it was different plates. It would follow me to the gas station to go get beer. I would go get beer at the gas station and that Lexus follows me. And even my ex called an Uber once. He called an Uber. The Lexus pulled out from the spot across the parking lot from our apartment, drove over to our apartment and said, hey, I'm your Uber here to pick you up.
So that's obviously a very weird story.
And it's really scary, and I think it's really messed up with the head of the person. If something like
mess
this
with her head? Or?
Yeah, mess with her head.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's want to that crazy stuff to happen, but when you work with American government, anything can happen.
Reports surrounding the death of Amy Eskridge, a researcher associated with experimental anti-gravity concepts, have drawn renewed attention following claims about messages she sent prior to her passing. Amy Eskridge was found with a gunshot wound to the head in Huntsville, and her death was officially ruled a suicide. However, reports state that approximately 1 month before her death, she sent a message to a friend expressing fear for her safety and denying any intention to harm herself. In May 2022, she reportedly said in a text, "If you see any report that I killed myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I overdosed, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I killed anyone else, I most definitely did not." The message has since circulated widely online, contributing to speculation and debate about the circumstances surrounding her death. Additional claims reported in media accounts suggest Eskridge told a friend she believed she had been subjected to physical and psychological attacks prior to her death,
with the arms.
including references to what she described as an energy weapon. In a prior interview before her passing, Eskridge reportedly expressed growing concern for her safety, stating that she was becoming increasingly afraid and felt the need to disclose soon.
So you said there's a video of her like
Recording her, yeah.
It's hard typing with one hand, bear with me. Would you know what the video looks like?
I seen it on a TikTok, honestly.
You want to check TikTok?
Yeah, you can check TikTok.
Let's check TikTok. And again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Jay.
And I'm Marie.
And this is Jam Sesh Live. And we are looking, well, what is
not
this?
We're looking not
back
this.
a question mark.
I always just check other when they ask me about my race.
And on.
Okay. Sorry, it's just the first video that came up.
What you doing?
Thank you. Good catch.
Search.
Thank you. Amy Eskridge. Energy.
Just do the energy and we will see what it shows. Yeah, that one video.
The first one or the second one?
The first one. Yeah, you can see the first one.
Am I tripping or does this not have volume?
Point up. Where's the up? No. Try another one.
I got it.
What's happened? Oh, okay.
To hell and back as I've been
I'm gonna start this one over.
Because you can beam me through there and through. My hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing.
So video surfaces of anti-gravity researchers are claiming direct energy weapon or DEW target her just 1 month before death.
Because this computer doesn't.
You can see how her arms looks before.
But you can maybe get a 3D image of me typing. So like we just did that and did that.
It looks like paranoia.
Yeah, I could easily say how like the government could be like, oh, this person's obviously crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying like I could see how.
My hands still burn.
How it can appear.
My hands still burn because there's damage, but it's like my body relaxed when we barricaded. And it was like relief, like immediately. My hands have been burned to hell.
Like I said, I could see like how anyone who wants to try to dispute this and say like, oh, this happened because she took her own life and she was crazy. You could show a video like this and like convince some people that's the case. Definitely interesting. Like no one wants to think that like the government is after them, especially like if you do work with the government. And you do have these really top secret clearances or like higher levels of security clearances. I mean, like I said, the thing is that like I'm still trying to like I get like the anti-gravity thing could sound like a sci-fi thing. I get like people might think there's like aliens out there.
They definitely are.
I think the likelihood of that is very high. I don't think they're all like green Martian people.
No.
Or whatever. But if there was like a more grounded thing, and like let's say we're gonna put on our hats and allegedly say that the government is involved in trying to silence these people, or maybe not even a government, just an entity. Let's say entity instead of government. right? Because I don't want to. Anyway, let's say an entity is after these people,
Yes.
and we're gonna ground this in like reality as you and I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what makes me think about this is this DEW or direct energy weapon that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Entities are always, especially defense contractors, are
Mhm.
always trying to develop new ways of making weapons, making new
Yeah.
weapons. And they're going to use the science that they use that they get from like studying space and aeronautics
Mhm.
and all this stuff, rocket propulsion, just rocket science, right?
Yeah.
You're going to use a lot of those technologies and like technologies that might not seem that can be used for it can be utilized for weapon manufacturing and development. Now, what if they discovered like a really cool weapon? When I
Mhm.
say really cool, I mean like really destructive and kind of shitty,
Mhm.
actually.
But they find it cool.
Right. Or no, not even that. Or it's like, okay, they discovered how to develop this weapon or discovered that this weapon is a
Mhm.
possibility.
Yeah.
They could go to the public and be like, this entity is trying to create this weapon.
Mhm.
Or they could try to compromise the research, compromise
Mhm.
the pursuit of said weapon. And then that's why they decide to silence these people or get rid of these people or stage them taking their lives or blow up their cars because they're getting in the way of progress, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But not necessarily progress that's going to help the world, but maybe progress that's going to make it a really crappy place. Not for nothing, like we are currently at war. And war is one of those events in human history that helps quickly develop technologies.
So if America
Mhm.
wanted to win any war, what's the point to destroy something that could help?
Maybe they're not destroying something that can help, but they're silencing dissidents that are against this. Because, like, consciously, you don't want to develop a super weapon. Like, think about
Every country want to develop.
right. Countries do,
Yeah,
but the
the people
building
don't,
it,
of course.
like, I'm sure those like morality qualms and like people like thinking to themselves, "Why am I doing this?" When developing said nuclear bomb. I think there was even a scene or a clip that I seen of like the movie Oppenheimer,
Mhm.
and like Matt Damon's a general, and like one of the guys walks out, and
Matt
Cillian
Damon?
Murphy.
Matt Damon was there?
Matt Damon was in that
Mhm.
movie, and Cillian Murphy's character of Oppenheimer was like, "Aren't you afraid of him talking?" He's like, "Oh, we'll just kill him."
Mhm.
Like that was a scene in the movie,
Mhm.
and that could just be a fantastical interpretation of what happened during those times, or it could just be like, yeah, that's what they actually do, like in order to silence these people. So like, if someone working on the bomb went out to the public and said, "Hey, we're developing this bomb," now people in the country know, like, "Oh my God, we're going to be responsible for this bad destruction." Your enemies or other countries might know it and
I
think
don't
that they're
think this
capable of it.
particular about the bomb.
I'm just giving you my theory about
Yeah, no, it's have sense. It's definitely
right.
have sense.
Now, I don't think they're trying to stop their progress. In this weird theory that I have, this entity isn't trying to stop the weapon from being developed by silencing these people. They're trying to stop the dissidents of people. Like the dissidents are the ones who object to the development of this weapon. We thought we're working on one thing, or we become disillusioned and we think this is a bad thing to work on. Well, you can't have those people around. You get rid of those and get other people that are willing to continue the work.
Yeah. What
Entity, not government.
The main thing, we don't know what's exactly happens. But in this particular situation with Emmy, again, how her surname?
Amy Eskridge.
Eskridge. It's like she looks like paranoid, like on in this couple of videos that she recorded. But if we're talking about that, a little piece of information that we have that she's actually sent a message to a friend trying to say, "Hey, I'm actually not planning to kill myself. I'm not planning to kill anyone. I'm not planning to use drugs, or I don't use drugs."
Well, I think Chatter would disagree with you. Ed Hudson 6627. The government would never hurt anyone. Laughing
Yeah.
emoji. Right.
High five. Never. Yeah.
That's we're gonna try to stick with the word entity because like if the government was trying to hurt somebody, I don't want them to hurt me.
Let them hurt themselves. So, yeah, that's this case.
I'm kind of more interested in like what these direct energy weapons are. Do you think TikTok would have anything?
Boys. I'm talking about a person who's actually being murdered
Right, and
or
that I
and you
want to
just like
see.
guns.
No, that's not even how I feel about it. Honestly, it's like, what if this direct energy weapon that she's talking about being hit by is something that they're developing or trying to perfect?
Then you probably can't find anything about it if it's something like this.
I'm just saying if there's any kind of commentary.
You know how the US government keeps telling us that directed energy weapons are not real? Well, it turns out today that the Department of War just announced that they do in fact have directed energy weapons. And more importantly, they're scaling them. Now, this comes right after the United States went in and took out Maduro. If you didn't know, according to some Venezuelans, specifically Maduro's security guards said that they suddenly felt their heads were like exploding from the inside, that they all started bleeding from the nose, and some were even vomiting blood, completely paralyzing them. Now, up until this point, the National Defense Strategy said that they had been working on developments of directed energy. And the idea here is you have a high-powered energy weapon that you can just position directly towards a target, taking out drones, taking out planes, or potentially paralyzing human beings. You may have seen weapons like this in Call of Duty, like the Wunderwaffe. Now, this is actually real to an extent.
Now, that's a very boy thing to do, to compare it to a Call of Duty game. But before we continue this, like, I do remember this being spoken about during the whole Venezuela invasion, and the friendly taking of their leader.
Friendly?
Interpret that as how you will.
Yeah.
But
They just say, "Hey, let's go with us. We're gonna give you McDonald's."
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
But when did these people start disappearing or dying? Around like 21, 22? I think those were like the early
22,
ones. This is just some weird connection I'm making because she was hit with said direct energy weapon, according to her accounts. Like, what if this was something that they were developing with the technologies that they use to study space and rocket propulsion and stuff like that?
And what's the point to kill those people?
Because maybe they started to go against it and started to compromise and stop the research to further develop these things. And what if they were too late?
You ever seen the movie Up? Up?
No.
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up? No, I haven't seen that movie.
I've never seen that too, but I know people need to listen to scientists. They sometimes talking truth.
Right. So, like I said, I don't think this entity would. I'm going to go back to. I don't think they would silence them because they want to stop the research. They want to stop the. They want to silence them so they can stop stopping the research.
I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're trying to get in the way of progress. I think they're trying to maintain progress. If we're going to go off of this theory. I just want to finish this video and then we'll conclude.
See, while the Department of Energy was developed in 1977, directed energy weapons date back all the way to World War II and even before that. This is actually based off a German weapon. And over the last couple of decades, there has been dozens of stories that have been labeled as conspiracies, but, could be in fact very true. For example, Havana, where a bunch of US officials were mysteriously attacked by a laser that altered their brains. There's even connections to active denial systems, what the US has openly already publicly announced that they have developed, that supposedly can manipulate and crowd control large populations. Of course, more recently in California and Hawaii, there has been multiple wildfires that people may have claimed were done from space laser beams, used for elitist land grabs. And whether or not any of that is true, or just being used to push propaganda, we now know for a fact that these weapons are real. So the next time somebody tells you that's just a conspiracy, just ask them if it's impossible or just not declassified yet.
So there's that. There's other conspiracies surrounding that, like you said, with the Hawaii fires. That was that people believe that is a result of these kind of direct energy weapons. That I would more likely believe that than like they discovered aliens and they want to shut them up about aliens. Like, I think, like, if any type of entity would want to silence somebody, it would be because they want to continue making weapons.
That's really possible. I can't deny it. I don't know, but I can't deny that's really possible. Well, this note is really sad. Do you wanna close our today's live with a couple funny videos?
Sure. Can I play one of mine and then we'll play one of yours?
Yes.
So, before we continue, again, I'm Jay.
And I'm Marie.
And this is Jam Sesh Live. If you're just tuning in and you want to see some David
Too
coverage.
late! No.
Right. If
No,
you want
you
to see
can-
some David coverage or Ice Spice coverage, just please rewind to the beginning of the videos, beginning of the live stream. And if you want to catch it later, well, we leave all the live streams up. Mistakes and all that stuff, me blowing my nose. This is real life.
Me yarning.
This is real life. I know before we started, I know we had 360 subscribers. We're trying to hit that next goal of 500. So if you like what we do, please comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe. Please help us reach
And
that
if
goal.
you can share, we'll really appreciate that. If you can't, just like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. We really appreciate everyone. And we're going to do more. And we already did more. If you want to check it out, some of our previous videos. So, what do you have for me today?
I addressed this to my haters. And I don't think any of you guys hate us. But if you're watching...
If someone there hate us, that's for you.
This is for you.
You're impressing no one, so sit your ass back down. You ain't wearing no makeup, nah, but I can see you're a clown. I'm a genuine, you're a faker. Nobody wants to see you later, so I'ma do us all a favor. Slap on a label, ship you back to your maker. FedEx your ass back.
FedEx your ass back.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's nice. You like that one?
That's pretty nice, yeah.
You like that one?
It's not bad.
It's
not bad. I like it.
all right, I do have another one, but I'll play one of yours first. You pick it.
Anything you like by the name?
British Tough Boys.
Oh, that's a sweet one.
That's a sweet one?
It's a British Tough Boys.
All right, so Marie titled this British Tough Boys, and we're going to find out why.
And you boys touch me again, you'll find out who I am, innit? So, I'm Charles, I'm 27, and this is my dog. Aww. I love dogs. Do you love dogs? I love dogs. Do you want to give him a stroke? Yeah.
Why is he petting his arm?
His name's Gizmo, by the way. Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's probably like him.
Like right here, there's a whole dog right there, though.
But he don't like dogs. He like him.
Okay. Those are some British tough guys. I appreciate
British
that,
tough
Marie.
guys.
Worst tattoo ever?
Oh, that's interesting. It can be a whole topic, but I decided to just show it off.
Okay. And if you don't know, Marie's a tattoo artist, so I believe her opinion on anything tattoo related.
It's not even my opinion. I first seen this video and I'm like, okay, I want to see what's going on there. Worst tattoo ever. And it's not about the quality. Quality is not bad. The tattoo itself suck.
Okay.
We have a new winner for worst tattoo of all time. Jahmyr Gibbs, superstar running back for the Detroit Lions, decided to put this entire thing on his back. Let's take a closer look. Oh, where do we begin? I think probably the worst part of this entire thing is the Sonic. For those of you who do not know, Jahmyr Gibbs' nickname is Sonic, and he decided for some reason to put Sonic on his back, but not the classic Sonic, the animated live-action Sonic. This is so
like from the recent movies?
Creepy.
Yeah. He looks creepy. Look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sonic Creeper.
I'm trying to think of more jokes, but this is just so creepy. Anyway, you see 3 men around the sides of his body, and you're probably thinking those must be his heroes. Who are those guys? All 3 of them are him.
Get out of
He
here.
has 3 pictures of himself
Get out of here.
on his own back underneath live-action Sonic the Hedgehog. This is horrendous. But let's look at the bright side.
Okay.
At least this is not permanent. It's official. We have a new winner.
Yeah, it's a tattoo. It's as permanent as it can be.
Yeah. He tried to find something light and he didn't.
I mean, life isn't permanent. Are you saying that it goes away when he dies? All right, so you have one titled Mario movie comes out, one phrase touched the heart of everyone. Okay, let's see what this is about.
Line from the Mario movie.
Oh, you know, the Princess Peach. I fuckingly found you.
The what?
Princess Peach. I finally found you.
Hey, what was your favorite line from the Mario movie?
Oh, you know, the Princess Peach. I fucking found you.
The what?
Princess Peach. I finally found you.
Hey, what?
I'm touched.
Yeah, it's touched my heart.
Super realistic game.
Game.
Okay.
Clock it. Guys, who's ready to fight? Clock it. Dude, do they? Yep. Wait. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. And hips. And hips. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Hold on, I feel like we can really do something with this. Okay, class, here are the steps. We're gonna go turn, chest pop, chest pop. Okay, here we go. Let me get into character again. All right, class, I'm gonna teach you this dance. If you cannot get it right, please move to the back. I'm only gonna teach this once. Here we go. Ready, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and turn, chest pop, bam, bam, hips, and boom, ka, 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 boom, 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 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Great job, class.
Did I do it?
Go in the back of the class.
It works. What'd you think about that dance? Honestly, clock it. Bro, if they...
Interesting. 99.9% accuracy.
Let's go try that one.
So Marie picked all of these videos we're looking at right now and just wrote very brief titles. I'm just interested to see where this one goes.
Southwest Flight 192, your flight ready to board. Southwest Flight 192, your flight ready to board. Southwest Flight 192, your flight ready to board. Southwest Flight 192.
You never understand what they say. It's always muffled.
Nice. Very accurate.
Okay, what else we don't see?
Surname of Weiner.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a politician from New York, Anthony Weiner, and he got in trouble for sharing wieners with people that he wasn't supposed to, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. The trouble that people with the surname Weiner can have.
To name our kids because our last name is Weiner. Starting off strong, Harry. Harry Weiner.
Nice.
For girls, we loved the name Ruby, but to have a Ruby Weiner, red Weiner.
Red Weiner.
No, I love the name Holden. Holden Weiner.
Okay.
Holden a Wiener? No. Another one that's an old name is Anita. Anita Weiner. I need a wiener. Nope. I loved the name Ryder. Ryder Weiner. No, can't do that one either. Another one is Hugh, which would be spelled H-U-G-H, but it could be mispronounced as like huge wiener.
Okay.
Oh, that is what we went through when we were naming our kids. We always had to make sure that the name sounded good and it wasn't going to be, you know, the kids weren't going to be made fun of for the way it was pronounced because our last name is so unusual that you know, people are already going to make fun of my kids for their last name. So do you have a weird last name? And let me know in the comments.
I think Hugh Winner is kind of cool.
Hugh Wiener.
Hugh Winner.
I think if you're gonna do Holden, you need to have like maybe like Holden Anthony Wiener.
Mhm.
So then when you write out the name, it's Holden A. Wiener.
It's just hold when you pronounce it. So it's like hold and Holden, hold and Winner.
No, that wouldn't be grammatically correct.
Yes, but it's when you say
No, I
it, say
think
it
it's more
fast.
like Holding.
Okay, Holden Winner, Holden Winner, Holden Winner.
Say it 5 times fast.
No.
Holden Wiener, Holden Wiener, Holden Wiener, Holden Wiener, Holden Wiener, Holden Wiener. All right. Is that all your videos?
No.
Which one didn't I do?
Better call him by
His
the
government name?
name.
Okay. This will be the last video of yours, right? 'Cause I think
There's a whatever you want.
Oh no,
There's a couple
one
more. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. Then why are you calling me by my government?
You can. I got it.
I wish they'd like start the video with the sound on.
Yeah,
I really
right.
hate that the desktop site does this.
Do now. Nothing. Then why are you calling me by my government name? That's your name. Yeah, but you call me Honey Pie, or Poo Poo Pie, or Snoogly Poo, Poop Tart, Chocolate Milky Poo, or Smooly Poo Poo, Zaddy Daddy, or Papa Chulo, L.A.
Amor de mi vida.
Thank you, Poo Poo, or Bumpy with the Dumpy, or Feet Muncher, or Chocolate Gummy Bear, or Sexy Cleveland Brown, Sponge Booby.
Or whatever the hell your name is. How about we just call you, what's his name? Jerkface?
That's the reason why I say call him by his government name, please.
That's so much. Like, call me Poo Poo Bear. Call me Pee Pee Poo Poo Bear. Call me Pee Pee Poo Poo Toilet Bear.
Fresh Prince.
Call me Bear.
Yeah.
Call me
Disgusting.
Koala Bear.
Daddy, chill.
That's what I gotta say to him.
Of the retirement house, or Baby Nader the Terminator. Not Curtis. What did I do now?
Nothing.
To that guy.
And the last one. And the last one for today from whatever I pick. But he's always finished with his videos because he likes to his words last.
No.
Yes. But you're gonna like this one.
Is it more Poo Poo Pee Pee Bear?
No.
He looks like a Poo Poo Pee Pee Bear.
Start
We
from
found it.
beginning.
The officer point.
Doesn't let me scroll through.
We found it. The officer points to my floorboard on the driver's side and said, "That's crystal methamphetamines right there." I said, "That's glaze from a Krispy Kreme glazed donut I ate 2 days ago, and I haven't vacuumed the car yet."
Certainly you would think a police officer would recognize donut glaze. It's probably on the front of their uniform.
They came out and they said, "Okay, we found it." The officer points to my floorboard on the driver's side and said, "That's crystal methamphetamines right there." I said, "That's glaze from a Krispy Kreme glazed donut I ate 2 days ago, and I haven't vacuumed the car yet."
Certainly you would think a police officer would recognize donut glaze. It's probably on the front of their uniform.
They came out and they said, "Okay."
Wow.
That was a good one.
All right, so I'll end with mine and we'll sign off. I titled it Worst Cowboy Ever.
It's definitely gonna be some weird dude. Am I right?
No, very sane.
To the beat, quick on the draw, smack you in your
Very sane person.
Outborn, no sheriff to tame, slinging words, igniting this lyrical flame. So tip your hat to the cowboy with a mic in hand. I'm a trailblazer leaving footprints in the sand. My words like bullets never missed a mark. I'm a sharpshooter leaving my rivals in the dark. Oh, I'm a cowboy. I got that power.
You have an eagle in your chest.
Lightning
cool.
More like full-blown adult count band.
Think you the shit? You not even the fault.
Well, that's what I wanted to end on. So we appreciate you guys watching.
Thank you.
If you caught on a little bit late, we do discuss David about the first 20, 30 minutes of this stream. We discuss Ice Spice
McDonald's
and her fight
beef.
Yes, McDonald's beef with Ice Spice. And then we concluded with a conspiracy of sorts.
Of sorts.
Of sorts. Yes.
Of
missing
13
scientist.
right now.
Missing or dead scientist.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Pour one out for the homies. But this has been Jam Sesh. Thank you again for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and please, please, please subscribe. Help us hit that next goal of 500 subs so we can become a YouTube partner.
And you being our partner in our journey to figure it out this world.
And for you,
To this day.
all right, goodbye. Bye.